The many fast-paced changes we face require us to be lifelong learners. We must learn, for example, how to make sense of new information, or how to learn new skills, or to ask questions. Creative and critical thinking are interrelated. Whereas creative thinking may generate new ideas or objects, critical thinking evaluates them. Both the novel approach of creative thinking and the analytic approach of critical thinking are important for problem solving. To foster such thinking, educators need to establish safe environments where we respect diverse individuals and foster intellectual freedom. During your studies, you will learn more about critical and creative thinking and the various theories and approaches. Deciding which to use may be hard, so to discuss decision-making is Dr. Frank Fuller.
You've made a good decision to consider or to choose Northwestern State University and an education degree. Now for more on decision making. Think about the many decisions we make every day, some after great thought and some on the spur of the moment. We can also think about the results of those decisions. A teacher may make 200 decisions every hour, with most of those affecting how or even whether a student will learn. Educators must decide on curriculum content, instructional design, behavior management, areas concerning diversity, exceptionalities, and whether to incorporate technology, and every decision has an ethical component, and the list goes on and on. To reflect our conceptual framework of models for learning, we want our faculty and our candidates to be purposeful decision makers and ones who use a continuous and ongoing assessment process. Data and observation can help us know what is going on and what needs to be done. Once we've made a decision, we need to take responsibility for it. To discuss this first principle is Mrs. Connie Melder.
How many times have we lamented when a politician or a child or a colleague has failed to take responsibility for an action? To become models for learning, we believe each of us must develop professional responsibility for our own behavior and actions. We must also take responsibility for the work and learning environments within our control and its effect on others. We must become involved in our schools, professions, and communities. At NSU, we pledge to serve as models for professional responsibility. In turn, we want our candidates to likewise develop such habits of mind and actions, and for them to then help others. As the old expression goes, a rising tide lifts all boats. During your studies, you will learn and discuss all the principles in the conceptual framework in more depth. But for now, I'll leave you the responsibility to remember the four guiding principles: problem solving, creative and critical thinking, decision making, and responsibility taking. The two commitments that are interwoven throughout are diversity and technology integration.
Thank you for watching this introductory video to Northwestern State University's Conceptual Framework, Models for Learning. I hope it will prompt questions and further discussion in your classes. Take a close look at your syllabus. You will note that principles of the conceptual framework are interwoven in course objectives and learning activities. When you see, for example, that an assignment is related to decision-making or diversity, you will now know why. At NSU, Models for Learning is more than a slogan. We truly believe in the principles and our commitments to diversity and technology integration. We live them, we teach them, and believe that you too will become a model for learning. Our college's website at education.nsula.edu also has more information. Click on the link for Conceptual Framework. If you are not enrolled in one of our programs, please consider it. Our website also lists undergraduate and graduate programs, many of which are offered online. We look forward to working with you. If you can visit us on campus, look for the old schoolhouse by the Teacher Education Center. We're proud of our heritage as the state's leader and model in education, and even prouder of our role in preparing today's educators.